everyone. In honor of Women's History Month, Roberta and I are going to do a little educational video on women with disabilities and issues that women face. I'm Sherri, and this is Roberta.
Hiya. Sherri is a mother of a young man with disabilities, and I'm a special education teacher. So we are speaking from our personal experience and our readings and wanting to know about people with disabilities and how we can better support them. So on to Women's History Month.
Right, and according to the United Nations, women and girls with any type of disabilities are among the most vulnerable and marginalized in our societies, and that's globally. And women and young girls face significant barriers to participation in social life and development. And this also astounded me, was the global literacy rate for persons with disability was 3% and 1% for women with disabilities.
And I know that in U.S. education, one of the issues that special educators are facing is an under-identification of young girls with learning disabilities. It seems that when they're very young, we tend to chalk some of their learning disabilities up to demeanor, which is something that stigmatizes women throughout their lives, saying that she's a shy girl, she's not a risk taker, she's not boisterous, she doesn't show what she knows, when really there's an underlying learning disability, whether it be for reading or math. And these women are going through the beginning of their educational careers feeling like school is not for them, or they're just not cut out for this. Or how many times have you heard a woman say, I just can't do math? Which could be that in their younger years they had a learning disability and they were just under-identified. So this is something that we all need to be aware of. Parents of young girls, please try to fortify your young ladies and advocate for them and their educational needs so that we can change this horrifying statistic regarding women in literacy.
I can speak from personal experience because I have lots of learning disabilities myself. When I was younger, I had hearing loss till I was 11, but I was also missed for other learning disabilities. Everything was just blamed on my hearing loss. I had conductive hearing loss, and everything was always blamed on that, and it put me significantly behind in school, and I did not catch up into my 20s. And if I wasn't a typical developing person, I probably would have never caught up. And I started excelling in college and in my later years, and it put me significantly behind for careers and everything else.
And also, how did that make you feel about yourself as a learner? Did you feel lazy or just like not able to get it and things like that?
I was never lazy, but I spent many hours studying, and I still need to today to understand what something is. It takes me a lot longer to process information. So something that, like Roberta could probably come and read this and be able to whip something right out. This would take me several hours rereading it, putting it together, taking notes, to come up with something that I felt comfortable presenting to somebody.
Right, so no one would ever say you're not a go-getter, but that is something that happens to women a lot. They don't receive the supports that they need early on, and they're labeled as, well, like I said, not a go-getter. She's just not into academics. She's more interested in friends, or they might say she's far more social than she is academic. And really there's an underlying reading or dysgraphia type of disability going on, and we really need to advocate for our young girls for early identification and put those early supports in place.
Absolutely. Girls do not get recognized for different disabilities because they have different behaviors like ADD. Boys might be jumping all around in their seats and stuff like that, so a teacher may recognize much sooner that they're...
And young girls with ADD look very different. They might look dreamy or shy or withdrawn or aloof. The same is for girls on the autism spectrum. High functioning young ladies on the autism spectrum don't get identified as early as young men because they look different. They'll present as withdrawn or shy or very bookish, not into education. And really what's happening is there's a social learning disability.
Right.
And that's discovered later.
So if any of this, raises a red flag for you with your daughter, don't be afraid to bring it up to the pediatrician or their teacher, and start exploring that if you see anything that seems a little different, that could represent an underlying learning disability,
Right, because these early supports and interventions can make the difference in how these young girls view themselves in their relationship to learning and education.
Right. And don't be afraid to advocate. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. I've had to do that with my own children. It can seem scary approaching a teacher, or sometimes even starting off with the pediatrician is good because they can send you for an eval or give you some guidance on that kind of stuff. And, have a good rapport with your child's teacher, which also helps.
And don't be afraid of being that parent.
I'm always that parent. But you need to do that for your children.
We love those parents.
They really do appreciate you advocating for your child, So, well, thank you for watching. If you like our content, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to support your young women in your life. Okay.
Right. Girl power.
Thank you.
Bye.